Hello, Raymond Wolfgang here. Hey, if you're dealing with conflict at work or a missed commitment, I know the temptation is going to be to ignore it and hope it works out, hope it gets better. Maybe so-and-so is just having a rough week. I'm here to urge you to not just sit on it. Now, a lot of this comes from some of my favorite books here. It's Crucial Conversations here by Patterson, Grenny, McMillan, and Switzler. And then Crucial Accountability, used to be called Crucial Confrontations, and it's by the same set of authors, but including also Maxfield, contributed to this one. Basically, these books are gold. I encourage you to audiobook them or read them. But the main point is to not just ignore or sit on conflict. And I've done this in the past, learning as I go as well. But two things could happen. One is going to silence. And this happens to be my particular mode. I'll get a little quiet. I won't confront. I don't want to disrupt the workplace because, I was on one project where there was a lot of conflict and people didn't really have an appetite for more. But going to silence tends not to work because then the problem continues, and a lot of times that could affect your own work if you're counting on some deliverables on time. The other option is to go to violence. So that means things start coming out sideways. Snarky comments or confrontation, or worse yet, things bottle up to where we really confront the person and we're yelling at them or we cut them down in public, which violates rule number one, by the way, which is make it safe. We've got to make it safe for the person in order to, frankly, motivate them, one, to listen to us, and then two, to be receptive to our concerns, and then finally three, to make a change. So the two things that could happen if you ignore conflict or sit on it or sit on just something you're really unhappy with, going to silence or going to violence, both are bad. And they look different ways. What I encourage you to do is use the tips in these books to figure out, okay, what are techniques where I can get the conversation going in a non-confrontational way where I can have the problem solved. Now, if they're still very combative, sometimes we have to elevate the management if they refuse to engage. One of the first things management asks me all the time is, hey, if I'm having trouble with someone, well, did you have a conversation with them about that particular topic? If I say yes and they went to shutdown, okay, well, that's one thing. The management can handle that. But if I say, well, no, I was just hoping it would go away, or maybe you could talk to them, then management feels, okay, we didn't do our half. Okay. It gets better with time, and it certainly gets better with practice. So anyhow, check out these two books. Comment below if you have other questions. But whatever you do, don't sit on conflict. Don't ignore it, because I've seen it fester and just cost millions on these large programs long term. So be the hero. Show management you've got the soft skills. Dive into handling conflict, and these are the books that have tools that can help you. Again, comment below what you think.